So hello all. So welcome to the Azure Data Engineering project where we are going to cover the industry level pipelines, how we declare the variables, how we declare the parameters, how we declare the or how we orchestrate the pipelines and how we push the pipelines from our development environment to the production environment by using Git. So many topics we are going to cover, and I'm going to cover not only this Azure Data Factory, Databricks, Snowflake, and all. No, my main intention is how to orchestrate the pipelines that everyone knows. Everyone knows how to orchestrate their pipelines, how to build the pipelines, but pushing the pipelines to the production level without having any conflicts, that is what the major cause. Okay, we are going to discuss everything. I have prepared lot of stuff in this project. Okay, so let us discuss what are the things that we are going to cover in this project. Okay, and this video is not only for the people who came to seek about the project. In this video I'm going to cover GitHub. Okay, GitHub majorly I'm going to cover about the GitHub. Why? Because without GitHub nothing, you can't prepare anything or you can't orchestrate any pipeline. Okay, why? Because we won't perform or we won't create our pipelines in our what we call it as direct production level. Okay, we will create our pipelines or we'll orchestrate our pipelines or we'll write our Databricks notebooks or anything within our development environment only, and that should be in a parameterized format. Okay, so that you just only need to change the values when you push your code or when you push your pipeline or you when you push your notebooks to from one environment to another environment. Okay, so this video mostly covers the Git concepts and all, so please be watch the video till end. Okay, now first of all let us discuss what is my main agenda of this project. And this project is a very huge project. Okay, if you cover this project from end to end and if you perform this project by your own, then happily you can go and attend to the interviews. Okay, now what is my main agenda? See, I'm having some sources, right? You can see some sources like Azure SQL database, on-prem database, and GitHub. Okay, basically we won't extract data from GitHub. Okay, but why I have kept is, okay, let me tell you, but let us go forward. Okay, so there are three sources are there for me. One is Azure SQL DB, and other one is on-prem, and third one is GitHub. Okay, what I'm going to do, so first of all, as for the ETL, what is ETL? There are two things are there, ETL and ELT. ETL means extract, transform, and load. ELT means first extract, then load the data, then finally transform. Okay, to handle the big data and all, we use ELT. So our entire pipeline orchestration is based on ELT only. Why? Because see, if you do ETL means what? First of all, you will extract the data, and within the tool you will transform the things, and then finally you load your data, which costs hugely. Okay, and not only that one, even what we call it as the slowness will be there and there will be no proper optimizations and all. So for that what we will do is we do ELT means what? Extract, load, and transfer. First of all, what we will do, we'll take the entire data. Okay, we won't touch anything, first of all we'll collect the entire dump of the data, we'll load it somewhere. Okay, then finally after loading to destination, then we'll transform our data. It is very easy, and it first of all cost effective actually. Okay, now what is the ELT that I'm doing over here? So first of all, I'm going to extract the data from these three sources. Okay, which is my on-prem is, in companies we use servers. Okay, here on-prem means I'm using my own local. Okay, on-prem means it's a company's own missions. Like here I'm using my own laptop, so in my laptop there will be some folders will be there at some place, so I use ADF to extract the data. So my main intention is to how you can extract the data from different sources. Okay, So first of all, there are three sources are there: Azure SQL DB, on-prem, and as well as GitHub. So today we are going to extract data from GitHub, and we are going to learn about Git and GitHub in a very detailed manner so that it will help us to orchestrate the pipelines and push our code to CI/CD. Okay, we are going to perform CI/CD also, because if I need to move my code from development environment to production environment, definitely I need to perform CI/CD. Okay. Now, what I do use this particular what we call it as Git and as well as Azure DevOps, and with that I use ADF to extract the data from these three sources. Okay, see, extraction is also not simple. You need to learn these three things: extract, load, and transform. Okay, extraction is also not that simple, because in companies extraction they struggle a lot, and you will get to know what is a struggle in this video. Okay, now sorry, now whatever the data is there, so that will be extracted by the ADF, and that will be pushed to the unprocessed folder. So initially all the entire dump of data will be processed to, or not processed, migrated from these three sources to the data lake. Okay, this is my first part of the project. Okay, what is my second part of the project? The second part of the project is I'm going to do some validations. Okay, it's not like every time, like once we got the unprocessed what we call as data, immediately do perform transformations on top of it and load the data to facts and dimension tables or whatever the client required tables are there. No, not at all like that. Okay, we need to perform so many validations on top of our files, so that we need to ensure that we are getting the correct files. Even we'll check the row count, we'll check the column count, we'll check the what we call it as whether file is having in proper data types or not. We'll finally at last we will ingest to the Snowflake. Okay, in this project I'm including Snowflake. While I'll explain you. Okay, here in this, let us just concentrate on this part. In this part, what I'm going to do, see here, I'm having three notebooks over here. These are Databricks notebooks. Okay, see, in the entire project this is a bit toughest part. Okay, not toughest part, but if you watch this video clearly, whatever the Python concepts I'm going to explain and all in between, so it is very easy for you. Okay, and those who have worked on Databricks and all, for them also it is easy for you. Okay, now what is the renaming of the notebook? So whatever the notebook that I'll get initially, see, I'm going to work currently on customers underscore 2026 some 05 some let us take something called as 28. Okay, so let us take this date. So if you take this date, first of all, this is one of the CSV file that I'm having in my source. Okay, CSV file. What company asks is, not company asks, like what will happen is there will be some source team will be there for us. Source team. What source team will do, daily they will send data for you in this file format only. So daily they will, for suppose daily I'm getting some customers, so they will send customers underscore with respect to the yesterday's date. Okay, we will not process the for suppose if today is, let us assume today is 30th. Okay, we won't process on 30th date. Whatever the data that was collected till yesterday, okay, whatever the data means 30th or 29th day, so the entire data that we are going to collect, and that data we will process to our tables. This is the first most major thing. So okay, we are not going to process the IoT data. IoT data means streaming data or live data that we have discussed in our previous Azure classes. So for that, what we use something called as event hubs. We have discussed about it also. Event hubs means whenever, if any customer or whenever any what we call it as anyone orders anything, so that order, the process, that order should be processed as soon as possible. So for that we use something called as event hubs. But it's not like that. Even till now, how many organizations that I have worked, we have processed yesterday's data only. Okay, it's t minus 1 data. T minus 1 means time minus 1 means yesterday's date. Okay, so the source team will give this kind of data to me, which is customers underscore 2026 0528. Okay, which is there in the CSV format. First of all, while now today what I am going to do is, first of all, while taking the data from these sources, and this customers.csv is there under GitHub to me. Okay, GitHub, what I need to do means, I need to take the data to Azure Data Factory, and I need to do some validations on top of it. Validation means what? The file name should start with customers. Okay. If file name is not starting with customers, we need to leave that file. And whatever the date format that got written over here, that should be yesterday's date or T minus 1 date. And file name should get sorry, and file name should be ended with my CSV format. So this is one of the basic check that I'm going to do. I'm not even touching the data which is there in that file. Okay, remember the point. I'm not even touching the data which is there in that file. I'm just validating the file name and file format, because I want to ensure whether I'm getting the correct file or not. Okay, and once I'm getting the file, I will just copy this file to the data lake, and that is also not easy. There are few steps are there. We need to encrypt the data, and that encryption we need to push to the data lake. Okay, we'll discuss, but first of all, let us cover the project architecture. Now, after this, what Databricks will do, Databricks will take the data from this particular data lake. Okay, and here also second validation will be done. What is that second validation? First of all, my entire file name is in the smaller format, right? Means smaller format means under lowercase. So what I need to do, I need to make this particular thing into uppercase. Uppercase means what? First of all, something called as rename notebook will run. I will write some logics. Okay, those logics, what it will do means, it will rename the notebook to the uppercase. Like how it will look after renaming means, customer underscore 2026 0528 dot csv, like this it will look. So we need to make everything in uppercase. Okay, till now again I'm telling, I'm not touching the data, I'm just taking care of the file. Okay, now after this, what I will do, once the renaming has been done, in this renaming, see, we are going to encrypt our file. Why? Because we are moving our data in the network. So we should be very careful in this. And what I'm going to do, see, this is my source team. Okay, which source team means, let us consider I'm only the source. I'm having the file of customer underscore 2026 0929.csv. Okay, when I'm moving my file to network, I need to encrypt the file. Okay, to do encryption, I use something called as PyAscript. This is very easy. Okay, this entire thing we'll do in VS Code, and with that, what I'll do, I use something called as Git. Git. By using Git, I'll push whatever the files are there to GitHub automatically. I hope this is clear. Okay. So by this, what are the concepts that we are going to learn? We are going to learn some advanced Python, consider like as OS concepts, and as well as PyScript, and as well as you will get to know the complete knowledge on the Git. Okay. I'll explain what is GitHub and what is Git and all. But Git is a tool that we use to do version controlling. GitHub is a software where it is for the storage, where we store our what are the changes that we are doing and all. We'll store our code. Okay, so we'll discuss in detail. So what is the main agenda over here? First of all, my main agenda is to encrypt the file, and whatever the file that got encrypted, that file I will push to the GitHub. Okay, so but before that, we need to learn about Git, and after that only we can learn about the encryption. Okay, now after doing encryption, what I will do, so that file will be there in the GitHub. So finally, I'll push the file to the GitHub. So the file will be residing over here. So what is the state of the file? So first of all, the state of the file is encrypted. encrypted. So while encrypting, while doing PyA script, I will have one key, and that key I will pass to the Databricks notebooks to decrypt it so that my data will be safe. Okay. Now, whatever the data is there, that will be taken by the ADF. So one pipeline will run. So it will do some basic validations like whether the uh, file name is matching with the customers or not. Also these kind of some basic validations it will perform, and finally we'll push our data to the data lake, which is to unprocessed state. So after that, so this is a main part as I have told. So the first notebook, Databricks notebook, will be a rename notebook. It will take the data from the data lake. What who will take the data? Databricks will take the data from data lake, and it will read the notebook. Okay, it will read the notebook and it will decrypt the file. Here only it will decrypt the file. Here only it will decrypt the file. Okay, and that decrypted file will be taken to the validation notebook, or in between there will be one validator notebook will be there. What this validator notebook will do? This validator notebook will do all kinds of validations. Okay, what are the kinds of validations that it will do? It will do row check, means like expected rows. See, with this file, after that I'll push one more file. That is what we call it as, we'll have something called as summary file. Okay, summary file. What is the summary file means? See, every day whenever the source team will give the data of a particular file, they will give the actual file which consists of data, and as well as they will provide a summary file which will give how much amount of row count is there. For suppose in this I'm having something, let us take 2000 rows. Okay, I need to validate in this validator notebook whether the expected row count is matching with the summary file and as well as the what we call as our actual file or not. So first of all, it will check some basic checks like row count check it will do, and it will check the column count, which means that for suppose if any developer has created some extra column and all, so they need to inform us so that we'll change the things in our validator notebooks also, right? So we need to check for suppose if our this customers having some 10 columns. Okay, exactly whatever the 10 columns which are there in the validator notebook, it should match with the file column which is there for me. Okay, so like that it will do so many checks to it. It will do data type checks, everything. So once everything is been done, finally it will move my data to decrypted folder. So decrypted folder means what? So the data is decrypted, the data is validated, whether all the expected row counts are there, all the expected column counts are there, everything is matching. So then only the data will be moved to the decrypted folder. Okay, now once the data is moved to the decrypted folder, from here we will run one more notebook. In this notebook we'll create some tables. Okay, and we'll ingest the data to the Snowflake. Okay, Snowflake. So this notebook is only used to do Snowflake ingestion, and not only that Snowflake ingestion, we will take one more notebook called as Silver notebooks. Okay, for Databricks. See, why I have designed or why I have split it into two different parts is, so why I have splitted the notebook into not notebook, why I have splitted the things into two different parts is for my students only. Okay, because some people are very good at SQL, some people are very good at Python and as well as in SQL. Okay, for taking them into my mind, so I have splitted this entire project into two parts, but both the things will do same. This and this will do same, but the tools, whatever the resources are there, but this entire thing will be done in Databricks. This entire transformations and as well as gold layer will be built on top of Snowflake. Okay, Snowflake is very easy. Okay, easy. It purely depends upon SQL only, your SQL skills. If you are good at writing procedures, if you are good at writing logics and all, SQL logics and all, Snowflake is very good for you. You can go with Snowflake. If you are good at Python, if you are good at writing PySpark what we call it as coding and all, you can go with the below one, but both the notebooks will be same. But initially my for this project I'm going to do for the stored Snowflake. So what I'm going to do, so till here I have done the extraction only. Okay, till here I have done the extraction, and from here to here I have done some validation, and here I have ingested to the tables to Snowflake. From now, okay, not from now, till here I haven't touched my data. Because I have touched my data, but I haven't done any transformations on top of it. So that's why we call it as ELT. So first of all, we extracted the data in the beginning level, and finally we load the data to the final tables. Okay, now what we will do, we'll transform the data because it is easy to transform right now. Okay, now we will write some procedures. Okay, what kind of procedures? For silver layer, which means we'll add some new columns, or we will create some new tables as per the client requirements, and we'll create the dimension and fact tables. Okay, and finally those tables will be there at the last. Okay, and what is this snow pipe? What are the tasks? Means simply see, snow pipe is just like as your ADF pipeline. Okay, to perform one task after another task, we use snow pipe. So here we call it as snow pipe. Leave about it, those all things is my responsibility to teach you. Okay, leave about it. And what is a below one? It is also same thing, whatever the Snowflake does here also, same Databricks also will do the same thing. Here we'll run the what we call it as silver notebooks, and after the silver notebooks we'll ingest the data to silver layer. From there the gold layer will learn, where as per the client requirements, if for suppose if client wants one specific data from different tables, or specific columns from different tables, we'll include all those and we'll keep it in the gold layer. And here we use something called as lake flow job, so that's a different thing. And finally, I do not want to discuss about Power BI, but I'll create 2 to 3 dashboards for you. Okay, and I'll what we call it as demonstrate how the end data will look like. Okay, so this is what my entire project architecture. And please watch both the contents. Okay, transformations and gold layer. What are the silver layer and gold layer is there? Watch both the contents. But if you are a SQL lover, you will go with Snowflake. If you are a Python, and if you want to if you are a Apache Spark or PySpark lover, you will go with the Databricks. But entire both the things will do same. Okay. Now this is what my project architecture. Now the first part, what we are going to do, we are going to do the ETL. Sorry, not ETL, ELT. In that ELT, we are going to use the E extraction. In my company or in my project, what we are going to do is there are something called as on-prem server will be there. Okay, let me tell you why I have chosen the GitHub. Okay, in real time no one uses GitHub. Okay, but for your understanding, I have taken the GitHub. Okay, so we'll have some servers, server 1, server 2. Sorry, this server 1 have 30 12 pipelines. Okay, 12 files will get in the server 1. Server 2 I will get 13 files. Okay, because why we our company has taken 2 servers is because to make the load balancing, because each and every file will have more than 2 to 3 GB of data. Okay, so server should be required for that. Okay, what these servers will do within the servers only, these are Linux servers. These are Linux servers. What the servers will do means, this servers will first of all encrypt the data by using Py-A script only, that I'm going to discuss right now. Okay, this servers will do Py-A-script, which means it will encrypt the data, both the servers. Okay, it will encrypt the data, and it will automatically push the data to data lake over here. So this is what extraction part. This is not extraction also. I can say it as it's a staging layer. Okay. So these two data will be pushed to the data lake. So where it is been pushed to one container called as unprocessed. So from here, the ADF will take the data and it will check the column checks and all, and the Databricks notebooks will be ran. So it goes like that. Okay. Now, instead of servers, see, we can't take servers, we can't buy servers because they are very costly. Okay. For one file, two file, migrating and all, we can't take servers. So what I have done over here is consider myself as a source team for some time. What I'm doing, I'm having the customer file in my laptop, okay, which is there in this CSV format. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create one file, and that file I'm going to encrypt it in VS Code. And if anyone is having doubts on VS Code also, and get all the doubts will be cleared in this video. Okay, you can happily you start using VS Code after this video. Okay, now whatever the encryption that we do, that thing we need to push the github. So why, even without git also I can upload my files to GitHub, but you need to know the git to understand the further pipelines and all, or further ADF, Databricks, all other things. Snowflake not required. Why? Because Snowflake will just write the procedures and all, so we'll go with the flow. But till validation and till Snowflake ingestion, it's a very crucial part. Okay, Snowflake is easy. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are going to take this particular file from my laptop, and we are going to use something called as VS Code. And within the VS Code, I am going to migrate the file, and I am going to first of all encrypt the file, and that files will be migrated to GitHub. Okay, and we are going to learn everything about GitHub. Okay, leave about this. Now, first of all, what you need to do, first of all, you need to install or download the Git. Okay, simply install, or simply you type download Git for Windows. You will get this one. Install or download Git for Windows, click on this one. Okay, if you are having what we call it as Windows, just click on this. Anything you can set up. Okay, 64 setup, anything. Okay, just click on this one. One file will get downloaded. Open that file, install it. That's it. It's very simple process. Okay, already in my system Git is there. Okay, it is very simple thing to do. Just click on this one. So one setup file will be downloaded to your system, and from that setup file only you need to just install the things. Apart from that, nothing will be there. Okay, this is the ext file. So once this is been done, what you need to do, just go to command prompt, and type git dash dash version. Once git is been installed in your system, if you type git dash dash version, why? Because you want to see which version you are using your git. So this is my version 2.49.0 Windows 1. So if this is been caught for you, then yeah, git is installed. Okay, now VS Code. After this, we'll set up the GitHub account. Okay, that account is also there with me, but we'll set up that one, and you can see something like this. Okay, so when you have installed Git, what is the main function of Git? See, the main function of Git is to what we can say, like, Git is kind of a version control that we use. Everyone will say, what is Git? Git is for version controlling. What is the version controlling over here? It just like it is a code tracker, or it is a checkpoint that is being assigned to your work progress. I know no one understood anything. Let me tell you, like, see, so keep it aside for GitHub. Let us understand what is Git. See, in your childhood, I hope everyone has played computer games, right? Everyone, whether they are having their own system, or they can go to net center and they pay for 1 hour and all, they used to play the game, right? My personal favorite games are Project IGA, Prince of Persia, and this GTA Vice City, GTA San Andreas, etc., etc. N number of games I have played. And my personal favorite is GTA Vice City. Why I'm explaining this one? See, when you're playing GTA Vice City, that game entire walkthrough length is about 8 hours. Can you play 8 hours game at one time? No. And if you play like that, then from the next day your mother will not allow you to play the game. Okay? Every day my mother used to give me 1 hour to play. That's it. Like that, it took me over 30 days to complete that game, total GTA Vice City. Okay. Now, why you're telling all these things, Rohit? Which means there is a lot of connection is there for the Git and as well as the GTA Vice City or our computer games. See, every time when you're playing your game, for suppose if today I have played 1 hour, I'm exiting from the game. Okay, I'm exiting from the game. Before exiting, I'll do something. What was that? I'll save the progress of the game status where I am. Right? Like for suppose I have completed 3 missions today, which means I will save that progress because from tomorrow, after the 3 mission, after from fourth mission, I'll start playing the game. Why I'll again go to the first mission, second mission, third mission, and all? No, it should not be like every time starting with new game, nah. No, not like that, because it's not like some other games and all like Super Contra and all like Super Contra game, that video game you need to play the entire game. If there is no save points will be there, but Vice City it's not like that. Everywhere we can save our checkpoints. Yeah, we'll save happily. Yeah, what will happen like that? See, it's Git is also same like as our uh, GTA Vice City. What it will do, it will take the progress of your code and it will track your development or it will track your progress. So for suppose if you have done some development today, or your boss or your manager has given to build one pipeline, within one day no one can build any pipeline. First of all, it will took some days, some 15 days like that, okay, or some 7 days, or it's a very big pipeline, it will take almost all 20 days to complete. What manager will do, manager will give some allocate some time for you, but you need to work daily, right? What you need to do, if you use Git, okay, you can save your progress every day. If you won't save your progress, whatever the changes that you are performing in your development environment will go again, start new game. Okay, Git is also same. It is a code tracker where it will track all the changes that was performing by you. Okay, and where we are going to run this Git, we are going to run this Git in VS Code. Okay, and VS Code means, let me tell you clearly, your inception will go. What is this VS Code? Everyone, some people are telling that VS Code we used to do Python coding. No, not only for that. Consider VS Code as your college auditorium. Okay, you can do whatever the things that you want to do in that auditorium. You can facilitate someone. Okay, you can do your college events, you can do your college fest, you can orchestrate anything you can orchestrate. On top of that, you can perform dance programs, you can orchestrate some rank things and all, like you can orchestrate magic shows, whatever the things that you want you can do. VS Code is also same like that. It is a workspace or it is a workbench or it is a place that is provided for you because it's a very nice place, okay, to orchestrate your things. So on top of VS Code we will orchestrate our Python. So today we are orchestrating our Git. Tomorrow we'll orchestrate our Databricks. Not Databricks don't need to orchestrate because Databricks having its own beautiful UI. Okay. So many things will orchestrate in VS Code. VS Code is just like as a framework. Okay. Or it's just like as a workbench that provides you to do whatever the things you want. Okay. Fine. Now what we need to do right now, I'm having file in my desktop. Okay, I'm having one file in my desktop where my file is residing. You can see something called as customers folder I have created. Within customer folder, there are two folders are there. One is input and other one is encrypted. What is this input folder? In this input folder only daily my customer data or customer files used to come and fall. This is under CSV format. Okay, who will give this file to me? Source team. Okay, what my responsibility is to take this file, encrypt this file, push this file to encrypted folder. And by what I am doing, I use something called as PyAscript, which is a Python library which is used to encrypt our files or encrypt the data which is there. Okay, for that I am going to use the VS code. Okay, so right now let me open the VS code. Let me open the VS code. Okay, let me close everything. Let me close everything, or my VS code sometime it is getting stuck. So okay, first of all, this is an empty, right? This is how empty VS code will look like. Now what you need to do, open folder. So whatever the folders are there, open the folder. What is my folder? Customer folder. Select folder. Okay, once you select the folder, at the left side you can see the folder got appeared, and within the input folder you can see the entire data. This is what the CSV data that you're having, right? So what is my main thing? I'm going to take this entire data, okay, and I'm going to encrypt the data by using something called as PyAscript, and I'm going to move this data to encrypted folder. This is what my major task that I need to do. Okay, how we can achieve that? Okay, but before that, better to learn GitHub, not GitHub, Git. Okay, there are not much things are there to learn in Git, but take notes of each and everything. It's very easy to learn, very easy. Okay, very easy to learn. Okay, now close this one. There are two things are there. One is Git and second one is GitHub. Okay, what is Git and second one is GitHub? See, Git is a software, or it's a framework, okay, that is used to track your code. And Git is a version control system. Version control system means what? See, for suppose in GTA Vice City I have told, every time when I save the game, it will be saved as level 1, level 2, level 3, like that, right? For suppose, what is this version controlling? See, each and every level or each and every day when you're saving your progress, that will be saved as a version for you, one version. What is the advantage of it? For suppose I have done something wrong in level 3, or I have whatever the game that I have played, level 3 I didn't play it well, but mission was completed, but I didn't play it well. I went to level 4. Okay, level 4, but I want to play well in level 3 again. So what I'll do, I'll again go to save changes and all, and from that save changes I can go to the back or not. Happily I can go back. Same like that also in Git, I can do time traveling. Time traveling means what? Whenever my code is getting error when it went to production or anywhere, simply I can revert back the changes to the previous version I'm having. So that is what the major advantage of the Git. Okay, and what are the things that we can do from the Git, and what is GitHub? GitHub is a software. It's not software. Uh, it's like as a platform to host your repositories or your folders. Okay, repositories. You'll get to know what is repositories, and one more thing is GitHub is where you store and share your Git projects on your cloud. Okay, that one also you'll get to know. Okay, we can collaborate each others and review the code, track issues, everything we can do in GitHub. Okay, because if you are using Git, you are not only the person in the organization who is using Git, or you are not only the person in your project who is developing the things. There are multiple people are there who is developing on different modules and all. Everyone will share and store the things in this GitHub only changes. so that the other person can or other teammate can look those changes and he can do modifications on top of it if required. Okay, so we'll discuss everything in detail. So let us go to my code. Okay, by using it we can track changes, okay, made to our code, and as well as we can go back in the time travel to see the older versions and all, as I have told, and we can work in team without messing up our code also, and those all things we'll get to know why it how it will be done. Okay, first of all, I have opened my file. Okay, now before learning it, okay, first of all you need to understand few things. So how you'll get to know that git has been installed in your system or not? Simply open the terminal. Okay, new terminal. Just type within the terminal. See, entire git will perform in terminal only. Okay, entire git will perform in terminal only. Simply type git. So whenever you're using it, your first command should be git only. Your first command should be git only. What you will do, git, and you need to type dash dash, and you need to type version. If you type this one, if you are getting this particular option, not option, if you are getting this particular version within this, means your git has been installed in your system successfully. Okay, and second thing, I prefer you to create one more extension. Okay, what is the extension means? See, there are, I told now there are so many extensions are there. Even see XLE Draw, I'm using this dashboard now. For this also, here I'm having one extension. I can open all these things in VS Code also. Okay, just install this Git Graph. Git Graph is very important because it will get to know how your code is moving, how the code is moving from branches and all these things. Branches, do not worry, I'll explain. Okay, just install this one, leave it. Okay, fine, go to your folders. And once this is a source control, if you see something over here, see git has been installed in your system, but it was not initialized to your particular folder. What is a folder? Customers folder. See, you can see initialized repository, published to GitHub. It is telling that it is only to do git only. Okay, but it was showing initialize the repository, but not like that. What I need to do, I need to make track on my customers folder, which means whatever the changes I'm doing in this customers file, I need to make a track of it. But who will make track of it? That will be git. Okay, the first thing what you need to do when you open the git is you need to configure your username and as well as your email id. This should be done only for once, that's it. Sorry, this will be done only for once. Just nothing. See, you need to type git configuration. Config means config space dash dash global. Global means what? You are enabling your code to global. Global means which anyone can use like that. Okay. Now you need to write user dot name. What is your username? See, let me give my username as Rohit Mandalika. That's it. So first of all, I need to provide the username. Then what I need to do? Then I need to do git. Again, I need to do config, configuration, dash dash global. I need to do global. And then what I need to do? I need to give the email ID. With that email ID only, we are going to create the GitHub account. Most of the people, first of all, they'll create the GitHub account and they will come, but we'll treat it as last. Okay. We'll first of all work on this. Okay. Now let us give your email ID. What is your email ID? Email ID simply mandalikarohit @ gmail.com. Provide properly, bro. Yeah. So these are the first two things that you need to do. What you're doing over here, you are configuring whatever our file or folder is there. So we are have only opened your customers file. So only for this file only tracking will be there. So whatever the changes or anything that you are doing, only for this file only the tracking will be done. Okay. Now what you are doing over here, you are saving in your git system. Okay, leave about this file for some time. Okay, let me open some other folder. Okay, why? Because I do not want to spoil this file. Okay, or let it be, no issue, leave it. Now what I'm going to do after this, I'm going to, what it will do, it will save. It means when I'm typing this sorry, P4. Okay. See, see guys, see, when I have after doing this git config, okay, let me explain what it will do actually. So you're configuring your file or folder with our email ID. That's it. What is our file and folder? This customer file and folder. So whatever the customer file that I have there, so I'm keeping a track on this file. To do that, initially we need to provide configure with our username, and we need to provide our email address. That's it. And what is this global means? It is saved in the global system. Okay, which means the people or team members will know that whatever the changes that we are doing, so they can able to visualize it. Okay, as of now I don't have any team, just I have done, that's why I have given to global. Okay, now what I need to do next, I need to initialize or creating the repository. First of all, I need to initialize the get, means I have configured it, but I means I have configured the engine, but I have didn't started anything. To start the get, or to, you need to give a key called as git init. Whenever you provide git init, you can see something called as initialized empty git repository. Empty git repository means what? So there is one empty repository. What is a repository? First of all, let me tell you. Repository is nothing but it is a folder. It is a folder where all your code is being stored. Okay, consider this is also a repository. Okay, your customers is a repository, but not actually. Your customers is also a repository, but not actually. Why? Because we call it as a folder, because folder doesn't only have the power to store the files, that's it. But repository have power to store the file, store the code, but it is having some additional privileges, something called as time traveling, etc., etc., some extra powers. That's it. Okay, in simple case, if I attach folder with git, or if I attach some additional powers to my folder, it becomes a repository. Repository means it is a place, or it is a, yeah, it is a place where we'll store our code. That's it. Okay, now when I have given git init, okay, you need to observe something. Before my this customers is not like this. It is just having customers, and within this input and encrypted folder, and as well as you can see something called as customers, this one as you, which means if it is there like this, which it is the meaning of this one is it is being dragged, it is under dragged. Okay, and you can, how you can judge that one, that my this particular customers is having get, by looking at this dot git. What is this dot git means? See, first of all, we should not touch this one. Why? Because whatever the changes that we are doing, whatever the commits that we are doing, whatever the what we call it as additional things that we are creating, everything will be stored in this. Okay, like how in MySQL information schema database consists of all the tables, everything that we have created, like that whatever the changes or whatever the commits that we are performing over here, that will be stored in this git. Okay, you can ask me a question, Rohit, on this particular one, this only the input is having this particular u means what? So in git there are three things are there. Okay, u means untracked. Let me tell you how the flow goes. Okay, let me tell you how the flow goes. But before that, Why this particular for this particular input only you can see u, and why not for encrypted? First of all, Git will not track the empty folders. You can see my encrypted folder is not having anything, so that's why my Git will not track this empty folder. Okay, so there are some things are there that you need to do. Okay, and there is something called as branch. Okay, there is something called as branch, means Git completely works on branches only. Okay, let us discuss about something called as branch. What is a branch? See, branch is a line. Okay, or let me take like this: branch is a line. What is branch means? I told that the code, your whatever the code that you are writing, that will be what we call it as tracked, right? What it is been tracked? Example, for suppose today I have taken something and I have done one checkpoint over here. Okay. Tomorrow I have wrote something and I have saved the changes. Okay. Second point. Day after tomorrow I have wrote something and saved the checkpoint. Yeah, it is also been saved. On top of branch only all these things will be saved. Okay, that is the most important thing. So there will be something called as, whatever this branch is called, we call it as a master branch, or sometimes we call it as a main branch. Okay, we'll discuss about branches in detail, but let us concentrate on this. Okay, branch means whatever the changes that you are saving. Okay, so those changes will be saved in your main branch only. Okay, okay, after that there will be some other future branches will come. So there are only two types of branches, master branch and feature branch. But first of all, let us understand about the master branch. Okay, see, whatever the tracking you need to do, you need to do on top. You need to do tracking on top of master branch only. Okay, then how we can check where is our master branch? Simply type get master. You can see master. Okay, sorry, I have given some wrong command. You need to type grep branch. So nothing has came, right? Which means first of all your branch will not be initiated. Why? Because see, how git flows means, first of all, this is your workspace. Workspace means what? Here in my workspace only I am having customer files. Okay, customer file. In this only I'm having input, so within that only I'm having input, and let me take input on top of it, because input, within input only I'm having customer file. So this is input, and there is something called as encrypted is also there, but that will be not tracked. Okay, encrypted. Now this is what, this is my workspace area. What you need to do to track your things in the gate, you need to take something called as snapshot. With the help of git only, what this git will do, it will take a snapshot. Snapshot means you can consider this as your photograph. Okay, photograph, or this is something called as staging area, or what it will do, it will take a snapshot or a photograph. Oh, what is this photograph? See, whatever your changes are there, every time you are performing, you will save the changes. You will take those changes to staging area and you will save those changes. For suppose, within my customer file, I typed something. Okay, let us not take customer file because there are lot of data is there in that. Okay, so we'll take some other, we'll create some new file, and within that file we'll do changes. Okay, so I'm having the customer file. So in this customer file I wrote something like this, and I want to save this progress. What I need to do, I need to take this particular workspace area to my staging area. So there it will do what we call it as snapshot. How I need to take, first of all, there is one command that we'll discuss, git add dot. Whatever the changes that I'm doing, I'm adding it to the staging area. That's it. Dot means all the files. If you mention any specific file like customer file, so only that file will be added. So that file will be taken snapshot. And if it needs to take snapshot, first of all, to take to staging area, we'll write it as git dot git add dot. That's it. Now, if you need to take snapshot, you need to write git commit. So these are the two commands, simple commands only. These are the two commands that we use to take the snapshot our changes. Okay, what next? What next means there will be one repository. I told now where repository where your it will store all your changes and all. So this is your master branch or master code, or this is a repository. Consider it as a repository. Repository. Okay, sorry, I'm very bad at writing spellings. Okay, consider this as a repository. What this repository will do, first of all, once you have saved this one, you need to see, once you have taken the snapshot, means it doesn't means if you have taken my photograph, it doesn't mean that that one will be saved. Okay, you need to save the changes. So if you need to save the changes to your mobile, you need to write something called as merge. Then only whatever the your customer file you have done the changes, that will be registered over here. So this is a main branch. So this is entirely its main branch only, but you need to merge. It's simply, if anyone didn't understood, let me tell you, if these are the persons, okay, let me take, this is me. I ask Git to take the photograph of me. Okay. To take the photograph, I need to write two commands, git add, because I need to go and ask the Git to take my photograph. So that's why I need to add it. After that, what Git will do? Okay, Git will do, okay, I'll take the photograph, Git will take a photograph. So that is commit, Git commit. So once you give these two commands only, your photograph will be generated. Second thing, your photograph is there is nothing but it got saved in your main folder. If it needs to save in your main folder, you need to write something called as merge. So then only whatever the customer file is there, so this file can be visible to everyone. Okay, until and unless you won't merge this one, no other developers could able to look your code. I hope you understood. Okay, let me do one basic thing. Okay, but first of all, you can see git branch. So whenever I have typed the git, sorry, whenever I have typed the git branch, I didn't get anything. And what I have told over here, whatever the changes are there, so those changes only I'm performing on this particular branch, which is a line, right? So first of all, without doing any basic what we call it as snap, okay, you need to take one snap, any folder, any read folder or anything, you need to take one snap to create the branch. Till now branch was not created. If your branch need to create, you need to take one empty photo to something. Okay, it can be any file. It's not like you need to take this file only like that. Okay, it can be any file. See, I do not want to spoil the things. Okay, let me go over here. Yeah, see, now I hope till here you have understood, okay, what is a repository. Repository means whatever my final changes are there, that will be stored over there. Okay, you need to take the initial snapshot, and finally you need to match the changes to things. Why you need to do all this means, see, if you have done anything wrong in your code, you can simply abort it. Instead of making this to production or simply making this to some live users and all to watch everything, you can abort this. That's the first thing. Second thing, you can get back to your old version. For suppose if you have wrote code wrongly, you can get back to your old code also. Nothing will happen. Okay. Now you slowly you will get to know. Just be with me. Okay. Now, okay. So this entire thing will go on top of branch only. But everyone know. Branch means what? Whatever the merge we do, whatever the merge I told now. So each and every merge will be taken as one dot. So for suppose today I have taken one file and today I have wrote something called as customers file and I have some changes I have done. So I have merged it. So this will be saved on top of this branch like as a dot. And tomorrow one more file and day after tomorrow same file I have took and I have done some changes. So like that it will be saved like this. So how it will go? It will be saved as version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4 like that. But this is what, as I have told before, this is a main branch, right? This is a main branch. But I don't have any main branches because till now it was not been initialized. So first of all, I do not want to spoil the this customer's file. So to understand you the Git, I have taken one empty file which is a sample file. Okay, let me open the VS Code. So let me go to the files, okay, and open the folder. Which folder? One empty folder I have created, which is a sample folder. Let me open it. Okay, sample folder has been opened. Nothing is there. See, even if you go over here, Git also not attached to it. Okay, let me go to the folders now. First of all, let us check the Git version. Git dash dash version. Yes, Git is there. And let us check the status whether for my sample folder I'm having some benefit of doubt like whether the sample folder is tracked by Git or not. So get what I'll do, get I will type something called as Git status. It will give the current status of your thing. What it is showing, not a Git repository or any parent directories are there. Okay, which means what you need to do, you didn't first of all start the engine. To start the engine, what you need to do, you need to give the Git init. But before that, you need to configure. What you need to configure? Git config. Git config. What you need to write? Global. First of all, then what you need to write? User.name. User.name. And what is the name I want to give for this folder? The username that I want to give is Rohit Mandalika. See, the before also I have given, but that one I have given for my customers folder. Okay, this is the sample folder. Okay, now the other thing is get config. Again, I need to write the global. Here I need to write the user dot email. What is the email address I want to give? I want to give the correct email address. Okay, at the rate of gmail.com. So I have configured my Git. Now I'll start my engine, which is the Git init initialization. Now let me check the Git status. You can check one thing called as on branch, on master branch, but no commits yet. Commits yet means what? No photographs taken yet. No photographs taken yet. You told that, yeah, entire branch, everything was set up, but no photographs taken yet. So, and if you want to view on which branch you are, okay, there are two types of branches are there, master branch and as well as feature branch. Coming before you will get to know why this command will be used, but just one command is called as type git branch. It will tell you the current state of your branch, but it is not throwing anything, which means, see, camera is there, but to take the snapshots, no photo is there in that. To look how branch is working and all, there will be no photos. So for that, what I am going to do, I am going to take one dummy photo. Dummy photo means I am going to take one dummy file. Okay, and first thing, for this folder the git is been attached or not, you can, means the tracking is there or not, you can simply tell this something called as .git. I have already discussed about .git. It stores all the changes that we'll do. Okay, if some people this will be not enabled, for those what they need to do, go to settings, go to command palette, and just type something called as preferences, I think so. preferences. I think they need to type mm, 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 mm. Some people it is not available actually. Preferences, some UI settings will be there, I think so. Yeah, yeah, this open UI settings. Profiles settings are, yeah, open settings. Okay, we'll see. Hey, what happened? Command palette, preferences, open UI. Now, yeah, see this one only for my luck. You can see under this, what we can say, files exclude. You can see dot git also will be there. Simply remove that one. So then only you can able to watch this one in your within your folder. As I have told, see, as I have told that this master branch, there are no photos are there, as I have told on this, no photos are there. To take one photo, I'll take one dummy photo on top of it. For that, what I will do, there is one sample file I will create, which is readme dot md. Md means markdown. It this file doesn't consist of anything. It's an empty folder. Whenever you created folder, you can see something called as u means untracked. Okay, we'll discuss what is untracked and all. This is a dummy folder. Okay, in this folder I will write something called as, this is dummy folder. That's it. Okay, so this dummy folder, what I am going to do, I am there in my, where, in my staging area, or I'm there in my working directory. I'm going to take this to the git. So whenever I take this to the git, what I have told, I need to write two commands, which is, that is git add dot enter, git commit. And after writing committing, simply you need to write one message, like every time when you're doing committing, you're saving changes and all, simply write one message. That is a very good practice to do. Simply you need to write minus m, which is hyphen m, which is my message. I need to write, this is my first commit, something, anything you can write. Click on enter. What it has told, now it is, means mastered. In within the master, the root commit has been done. So this is a commit id. For every commit that you perform, so there will be one commit id will be the given. So based on that commit id only, in future we will do time traveling. Okay, so this is the first commit. One file has changed, so this is been done. So but before it is been there under u, now it went to I. Okay, okay, now this file is there. Now if you type git branch, you can see master. So only you are having one master branch which is there over here. Okay, good. Now what we need to discuss after this, see, we need to discuss something about dot git. I want to explain like what this dot git will do. See, this dot git is a brain or backbone, or it's a major part of our git repository. Okay, whenever this dot git is being assigned to a folder, then it becomes a repository. So without dot git, it is simply a folder only. But with dot git, it becomes repository. Okay, so when I have added tracking to a folder, it becomes a repository. Okay, but that is a working repository, or this is a working directory. Okay, we are there over here. This is what we call it as workspace area, or we call it as a working directory. So there are three options are there, which is U and M, and nothing will be shown, something called as I. Leave about I, U and M. U means, see, simply, this is my customer file, right? This I have committed it, means which I have taken to the branch, master branch, and within the master branch, I committed it. That's it. I didn't even merged it. Okay, so without merging, what it will say simply, boss, means this particular whatever the commit is there. So for master branch or for the main branch, merging is not required because you are doing on top of your main branch only, because you will get to know why merge will be done. Let us remove for some time. Okay, so I am removing this one. So whenever our particular file, what is that file name? Our file name is sample file. So this time I'm taking sample. So within that I have done something called as readme dot something md. Okay, one file I have done a readme dot md. So what this particular sample file, what this will do means, so this is a working directory to me. So what this will do, this is an area where we create files. So in our working directory, we create files or we modify our files to our development. That's it. Here only we'll create and modify our files. So once entire modification or anything is been done, so then that will be taken to the staging area or to take the snapshot. Here we will do commit and we'll add the file and we'll do commit. That's it. Okay. Then after that, what it will do, after performing the commit, it creates a commit for this snapshot that it has been taken. So then only it becomes a repository. Even though if you added .git for this, it's a repository only, but it is a working directory where all the development tasks will do over here. After performing, we'll get into the snapshot area, we'll take snapshot. So then we'll do commit dot commit. So it creates a repository based upon your commit. Okay. And what is this U and M? U and M, as I have told that this is U and M. What is this U and M means? See, U means untracked. M means modification. See, I have done commit. So this will be saved over here called as readme.md. Okay. But before this file is not there in my repository. So if it is not there in repository, it simply shows U, which is untracked. This file is untracked. Means this file which is there in your working directory only, it is been not there in your repository, which is your main thing where all the people will come and collaborate over there. Okay, what is this M? M means modification. For suppose now I have taken this file, I have committed it before, just now I have committed this readme.md. If I do some changes in this file again, if I write one more line or anything, if I save this one, this will be taken to M, modification. After performing modification, again I need to add to git and again I need to do git commit. Okay, let me show you. See, if for suppose, if I added something like this, somewhat of line, let me save it. Okay, let me type git status. You can see that before my readme file has been saved, I have committed it, but I have wrote one line of code only. That's it. What it has went, it went to M, which is modification I'm doing. And you can clearly, you can watch it over here. See, I'm on the master branch only. Status means I'm on the master branch. Yeah, super. Changes not staged for this particular below file. What is the file? readme.md. If you want to track this one, see, not track this one, it's already been tracked. Okay, boss, your readme file md is already been tracked, but until where it is tracked? Until this dummy folder, it is been tracked. It's not been tracked. This particular line, we are not tracking it. Okay, if this particular line also, whatever the extra thing that you have wrote, if this is also need to get tracked, you need to again take one more snap, which is you need to add, first of all, sorry, get add space dot and get, again what you need to do, commit, and you need to write one message. What is that message you need to write? Which is we call it as commit to second commit I'm doing. So you can see that M has gone. If you want to watch the logs, simply type get logs. Hey, get log, I think so. See, these are all the commits you have done. You can see a big long commit ID. What on Sunday 31st 229 for this particular time I am doing, and for this Sunday 31 2 236 I am doing this one morning. So all these things will come over here like this. Understood? Now, so this is my first commit. This is my commit two. See, this is very lengthy. If you want to watch it very, what we call it as in a smaller manner means if you want to watch these logs in very compactable, just type logs dash dash one line. Simply you need to type. I think we need to type get log dash dash one line. Yes, get log dash dash one line. Sorry. What it is showing, simply this is a simpler format of the above. It is showing that you have done the first commit and you have done the second commit. And this is also been changed. Okay, fine. Now, let me create one more folder. Now, everything we are doing in README only. Let us create one TXT folder, text format folder. See, you can create just by what we call it as going over here, and here also you can create a txt folder, or you can create with the command, okay, echo space something called as, I write it as Rohit is a good boy, okay, and you need to put this symbol and just type let me give called as personal dot txt, okay, hit enter. You can see one folder got created, and within this folder whatever the text that I wrote, that will be entered. That's it. Apart from that, nothing. And you need to observe one thing immediately, which is U. What this U stands for? Untracked. Okay, this I means what? This folder is already been there in my repository means what? Over here. But this U means what? Which is untracked. So I'll do the changes, okay, like good boy, okay, uh, he sleeps early in the morning, early in the morning. So like that, it will be there early in the morning, somewhat of thing I have wrote, and I have done controllers, but it is been untracked. Okay, if I type git status, you can see that personal.txt only it is showing. It is not showing readme.md because we have already committed it. Okay, now what I need to do for this, I'll do get add dot and get commit minus m. What I need to write, this is a personal commit dash 3, something I will write. So it should be readability. Why? Because the other colleagues also, they will watch your commits, what you are committing and all. So what is a code that you are writing and what you are committing, because commits only will help you to first understand. So you have committed for this one more thing. So to view the logs, what you need to write? Simply log dash dash one line. One line means what? Everything will be shown in one line. That's the meaning of it. Simple English. See, you can see this is my first commit. Sorry, this is my second commit. This is my personal file third commit. And you can see something called as head. See, head means nothing. Wherever you have done the commit, that is the starting point of the next code or the next file that you will write or the next commit that you will make. From this head only everything will start, which means, see, I have, this is my first commit that you have done, right? Second commit, third commit, something called as personal commit you have done, personal file, right? So this is what it becomes head. Why? Because the next commit that you are doing, it should not be over between or over here. It should be after this one. Because the your progress should be recorded in a normal manner. It should not like you're saving the commits means wherever it wants it can save. No, it's not like that. Okay, it can only save after this head point. So that's why it has given something called as head. On top of it, it has master. So whatever the next commit you will do, that will come after this, and this will become head. Example, see if I created one more folder, or why to create one more folder, let me write something like uh, he works in mechanic shed. Okay, sorry, I'm very wrong with very bad with names actually, not bad with names, bad with spellings actually. Okay, so I have done something, I have saved the file. So when I have saved the file, is this went to modification state, which means before I have already committed this one, but right now I need to again, means it is telling boss, your whatever your personal txt there, it is there in the repository, but it was being tracked till here only. It was not tracked over here in mechanic shed. Okay, now what I need to do again, simply get, okay, add, okay, and git commit minus m, and I need to give something called as personal commit dash 04. Okay, I hope you understood what it happened right now. What it happened, it had committed my thing, so that's why the personal txt, whatever the m mark that is showing over there, it has gone. Okay, let me clear the screen and let me look the logs. Okay, what I need to look, get uh, log dash dash one line. You can see that personal commit 4 that I have done right now, it came to head, which means one more commit that had I have done, which came over here. See, whatever the code that I have written, see, everything is same. Here in place of the text, you will write the code. That's it. Apart from that, nothing. Daily, whatever the code that you are writing, so that you are doing commits. Okay, but for your simple understanding, I'm writing with text. Okay, now whatever this mechanic shed is there. See, I'm not working in mechanic shed. I'm working in software consultancy. Okay, but I have wrote this thing wrongly. Either I can remove this one, okay, again do df add and df commit, so which will create another commit, but this entire thing is wrong. it's it should not be like that. I need to go to my previous version. Okay, previous version. I told now we can do time traveling. How we can do time traveling means simply you need to write. First of all, you need to look. See, this is also how you can check the logs. And there is one more command is there where you can check the logs, which is called as, which is advanced version of git log one line. So which is also called as git ref log. Okay, ref log. In this nothing it will show, it will show whatever your commit, this is a version. In the rep log it will show the version also, like this is version. See, first of all, whatever your highest commit that you have done till now, that will become version 0, head 0, because that is the starting point. Whatever the next commit you will do, that will be head 0. And this is the version 1, version 2, version 3 it has stored. And these are what, these are the commit IDs, right? Now I want to go back to my previous version, which is what, personal commit 3. Personal commit 3 means what, Rohit is a good boy, he sleeps early in the morning, that's it. Okay, how I can go, if you want to do time travel, type get reset. reset, and then you need to type something called as hard, and then you need to type something called as to head, which head, head, and you need to type this one, and to which version you want to go, you need to type that version. Get reset hard head minus this, not minus, I don't even know what is the symbol, also it's some curly type of thing. Enter. You can see that my particular thing has gone. Whatever the change that I have done, that was gone. Okay, this is what the power of get. Okay, this is what the power of get. You can do simple, boss. You are there in the master branch. That's it. You are doing updating your daily progress and storing it in the repository. Okay, everything is fine. You keep on doing commits, progressing your things. If anything goes wrong, you will get back to the previous version. That's it, simple. And I have told one more thing, to install something called as git graph. Where that git graph will be there, git graph will be there over here. Do not click on any publish branch or anything, simply click on this git graph. See, this is your master branch where I have represented over here, but happily you can watch it over here. What it is showing, first commit I have done on master branch. Yes, this is second commit I have done on the master branch. And what is this one? Third commit which I have came over here. And on which branch I'm there, I'm having right now, I'm there in the master branch. And if you want to check, just hit status. That's it on master branch, and you can see nothing to commit. Working tree is clean. Is the tree growing like that? Because every day you are doing commits and all, the tree keep on going. I hope you understood something about the git till now. Okay, now our next concept is git ignore. Okay, git ignore. What is git ignore? See, git ignore means sometimes uh, you will store your passwords or you will store your sensitive information within some files. Example, see, let me create one more file. I can create through command line, or let me create something called as passwords. And this password should not be shown to anyone. And you can see whenever you created a file, immediately it is been shown as you tracked. Yeah, untracked. So you need to, until and unless you didn't commit this one, it keeps on coming all these things. Okay, but you do not want to show this particular what we call it as to passwords to anyone. Example, let me write one password. I'll write something called as username, which is Rohit. Okay, and password, which is something called as Rohit at the rate something called as 234. I have wrote this username and password which is there in this txt file, but I do not want to expose this to my colleagues or anyone who are using this one. At that time, we can create a file called as git ignore. Ignore means what? It simply ignores this file. That's it. What I can do, simply I need to create a file. I need to simply write dot git ignore. If I write git ignore, see, you can see some special option git symbol is showing over there. Simply you need to mention the file names in this which you want to ignore. Simply if I write password and click on save now, see, this passwords got ignored, which means that this passwords will not be again tracked over there. Okay, see, if I remove this one, click on S. Okay, if I check the git status, okay, let me clear the screen and check the git status. You can see that git ignore we need to publish, but Passwords also it is showing. It's quite irritating every time if it shows like this. Okay, for that what we need to do, we need to first of all hide our passwords, or we need to write our passwords, okay, within our git ignore, and save the file so that the passwords will get excluded. Now type the git status. It just asks to publish your git ignore file only. Okay, now just add git add. What is a file name? What is a file name you want to add? You can add directly, or if you want add all the files. For suppose if in by mistake if we add all the files also, nothing will happen. So just to git commit minus m, and now I am doing commit 5. Okay, enter. So commit has done. Okay, now go to your particular graph, check the graph, see commit, first commit, second commit, third commit, this is your fifth commit, and you can see the timings also, where at what time it is doing everything. Okay, so this one, see, it shows the commit, who is the author. This we have given initial, we have configured the thing, so that's why it is giving all the things to me. Okay, this is a git ignore folder. So this is what my master branch, all these things, right? Let me go to my files, and what I need to do, let me go to my git ignore. And as I have told, like if you created any new file or an empty file, immediately it throws something called as untracked u, right? But for suppose if I have created a new folder within my sample, if I have created something called as, let us say, customer. See, this customer is not been tracked. You can't see any options U or any dot or anything over here. Why? Because Git will not track the empty folders. First of all, Git will not track the empty folders. But if you want to maintain the track of that empty folder, okay, within the empty folder, you need to create one dummy file. Okay, let me tell you, you need to create one dummy file. What could be the dummy file? Like how git ignore is there to ignore the other files and all, which we need to store the sensitive information. Like that, if you need to keep a track of your folder, which means git simply says, boss, why I need to track, because your folder doesn't consist of any files. So at that time, what you need to do, you need to create a dummy file. What is a dummy file? Dot, there is only these commands only you need to type: git keep. So whenever you write this particular, or whenever you create this file, immediately this particular whatever the folder will be there, that will be tracked. Okay, but before see, if I delete this file, if I clear the screen and check the git status, okay, you can see that on master branch nothing to commit, working tree is clean, but you have created one folder. Now see, within this folder, now create a file dot git keep. Simple. Now it keeps an eye on your folder. Okay, okay, just a second. I have created in the top of this one. Delete. Okay, now within this, create a folder which is dot git keep. Okay, now this will be tracked. Yeah, if I type the same command, see, there is one customer folder is there which is untracked. So if it needs tag, add. Okay, and as well as commit minus m. See why I'm writing this command so many times, so that you will get familiar with this. Okay, commit 6. So commit has been done. Okay, this is how you will keep a eye on empty folders, track on empty folders and all. Now branches, as we have discussed, if I came over here, you can see the graph. There is only one branch is there. Okay, there is only one branch is there. See was, every time whenever you are working, if you are only the technical lead, or if you are only the manager who is working on this particular project, then you can do whatever the changes you want in your master branch. Okay, this is what, this is your, this is your working directory. Okay, working directory. Directory means what? Where you will build your code and you will save the changes, right? Okay. If you are sometimes, okay, yeah, see, sometimes you are the manager, okay? Just a second. See, you are the manager, where if you are the only technical person who is working, okay, you can simply do commits like this. Okay, which is what this is, commit 1. Let me write it smaller. Commit 1, this is commit 2, this is commit 3. Okay, some more, one more. See, there will be group of team members will be there for sure. Okay, and everyone will work on separate tasks, right? Everyone can't work on master branch because it is highly dangerous to work. Why? Because see, if I'm working on a file, okay, something called as, let me take personal file. Okay, personal file. If I'm only the person who is working in the entire team, then no issue, I can do it in master branch directly, but no one will do master branch. Okay, they will create one feature branch out of it. Okay, I'll tell you what is a feature branch. There is one personal file is there. In this file I have wrote Rohit is good boy. Okay, simultaneously one more person came. Okay, one more person came, and he wrote, he has taken the same personal file and he wrote something called as Sunil is good boy. Will it make any sense? Every time the code is getting changed, and you will not even get to know that who has done changes in this main folder. So when, consider there are two persons are there which came in your team recently. Okay, this person, and as well as there is another person is there, this person. So when these two persons are there, when these two persons are there which came in your team recently, what you need to do, will you allow them to work on your master branch? No. What you will do is, from your last head means where you have previously done your commits, from there what you will do, you will create something called as, you will create something called as feature branch. Feature branch means it's just like as a tree. From the tree, the branches will grow. Na? So like that, it's a feature branch. Okay. Feature, feature branch. Okay. For this person, okay. This person came, feature branch. He has done some, sorry, it is looking awkward. Okay. Feature branch. Okay. Okay, feature branch. You have created one feature branch. Okay, what this person will do? This person, one more thing, this person will work on your code. Till here, see in the commit one, let me try to understand this concept very well. In the commit one, I have wrote Rohit is good boy. That's it. This is my day one progress. What in day two I have done? day 2 means commit to. When I'm doing commit to means what? This is a head, from here I'll start. Okay. What is a day 2 I have done? When I'm doing day 2, this Rohit is a good boy also will come, right? Why? Because commit 1 is an ancestor of day 2. Ancestor means he is our ancestors, where all those changes or all those genes will be inherited to over day 2. Okay. In day 2 means in commit 2, I have added some more things like Rohit plays cricket. Okay. I have done commit for over here. Now it becomes head. Okay. On day 3, I have done one more commit. What is the commit? See, when I went to day 3, the inheritance that was there from my ancestors of commit 1 and commit 2, both the inheritance will be invoked here. Okay. You need to understand this point. Okay. It's not like you are working on this thing means it's not like that one. So on day 3, you have wrote something called as Rohit eats food. So these are the things, 3 commits you have done. So whenever you create a feature branch for your colleague, he could able to access the all these 3 lines of code that you have written till now, because this commit 3 branch is an ancestor for this feature branch. And what is this main thing? This is a main branch, main or master branch. Okay. So, okay, he has taken this one. Okay, he has taken this one. Who? This particular user. Okay, he has added one more line for your code. What? What? Like Rohit uh, goes to office. Okay, one more line of code. And what he has done something called as in our VS Code, what we do, get add dot get commit, and he wrote some message like something like this, commit 4 like something. Okay. Okay, what you guys are thinking, what will it get saved over here directly? No, not at all. See, whenever feature branch does commit or he adds anything, it will get added over here. For suppose, if I'm doing any development in my feature branch and if I'm committing in my end of the day, that commit will be stored on my feature branch only. It will not be merged in my main branch. And I'll show you practically also. Okay. Now, and if I have on the day 2, when I have day 2 came, he has added one more line, that is Rohit sleeps 14 hours. Okay. Okay, Rohit sleeps 14 hours. So this is a commit, one more commit he is doing. Okay, this is one more commit. What is a commit over here? This is commit 4. And what is this one? One more commit will be stored over here. Okay, so how many commits you keep on doing in your master branch, not master branch, feature branch, all those commits will be laid on top of your feature branch only. It will not be merged in the master branch. Okay, this will be treated as, okay, commit, commit 5. But when if it needs it for some, and one more thing, no one can able to view this one. For suppose if new user has joined, okay, if he is working on some commit 3 and I have given access to this guy also commit 3. Okay, Let me take this over here. Let me delete this one. Let me delete, because let me clear the screen. Yeah. So after some time, what I have done, I have given access to this person also from commit tree. Okay. What this person can able to watch? This person will watch all these things? No. This person will watch only the commit tree that was done by Rohit at the last. Why? Why? Because this Rohit, or this, what is it, this user is there. This user is simply committing in his own feature branch, but he is not merging the code to the master branch. So until and unless if you won't merge to master branch, you can't see anything. So this is a place where so many people, so many software engineers fights. Okay, it's a very good stuff actually. Now, now what happens? Now, okay. Now what I need to write one command to merge. What is the command? I need to write get merge. And what is a feature branch I want to merge? That is a feature branch. I need to write the branch name. That's it. If I write this particular statement, that's it, enough. What will happen? It will merge. Okay, how it will merge? It will merge over here, and here listen very carefully. Okay, here it creates a checkpoint where it will become the commit next commit, and it will become the header h. And whatever the commits that will be done by, not only by me, me means the technical lead or someone who is working on master branch, but no one will work master branch. They will do development in the feature branch. Why? Because the changes will not get reflect to the production or to the master branch. So if they want, they can remove there also. Okay, once everything is okay, then only they will merge to the master branch. Okay, now, and whatever this user will do, okay, whatever this user will do, for suppose, before what we call it as giving access to this user, I have committed this one. Okay, this is something called as, let it take as commit. See, this is commit 4 and 5 for the feature branch, but this is commit 6. Okay, let me write commit 6. Now what I have done, now my technical lead has given some, created one feature branch for this user. Okay, okay, fine. Feature branch for this user. This user is working on top of this one, and he is committing the changes on the feature branch. Okay, now what this user could able to see? So whenever this user opens the portal, what this user could able to see? This user could able to see the changes that was done by my colleague or the top user. Okay, wow, super. This one. Okay, and for suppose, okay, he has added one more line. Okay, what could be that line? Let me keep it over here. Let me keep it over here. Remove. He has added one more line. What was that line? Like, user has added new line. If he adds this new line, what it will do? Okay, he has done the commits. Only the changes will be there in his feature branch only. The main branch, only this particular result will be there. That's it. Okay, but when this guy also does merging with the main branch, so then at that time here it creates the checkpoint, and this will become header next. And whatever the next, if even me also, tech lead also watch the code, this will get to me. Understood? I hope this is clear. But there is one concept called as merge conflicts. Okay, that's a very beautiful concept where so many of our developers will fight. And see, If everyone is working on different pipelines, merge conflict will not come. Merge conflict means, see, I told na, uh, at a time, let me remove this one. Let me remove this one also. Okay. What my lead has done is, let me remove this, 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 this. Wait. Remove these things. Remove these things. Okay. Let it be like this. Let it be like this. Okay. Remove this. Okay. Now, what my lead has done is, at a time, we created two feature branch from this particular working directory. Okay. At a time only, we created feature branches from this. Okay. Both are working on the same file. Okay. We both are working on the same file. Same file means that this personal dot something txt. Okay. Personal underscore txt. What is this one? For him, he created something called as user one underscore feature branch, and this is user two underscore feature. So we won't get anything this one. Okay, even I, because I haven't developed anything, so this is what Rohit has developed. So finally this is a thing. What I have done here, what this user has done is that the top user has done, he had added something called as Rohit, okay, sleeps 14 hours. Okay, fine. After that, what he has done is he merged the code. So he has done some commits. Okay, immediately what he has done, he merged to the master branch. Okay, fine. And this user also working on the same file, and what this he has done, simply instead of writing 14 hours, he wrote something called as uh, Rohit walks 5 kilometers, 5 km. Okay, and what he will do, he tried to do merging. Okay, he commits the changes in this particular feature branch, and from here he start to merge the code. Here something, one problem will come, and this will not merge. Okay, this will not merge, and throws something called as merge conflict. What is this merge conflict? Merge conflict means this particular GitHub will say, boss, not GitHub, Git will say, boss, whatever your previous file that this guy has taken, he has done changes like Rohit has do these things and all from the feature branch. And you are telling that Rohit walks what we call it as 5 kilometers like that. At the top, he has taken something, but now you are doing like this. What is that? Okay, I have removed this one. Okay, fine. Yeah. So this guy consists of this one. Yeah. Here, this guy has developed sleeps 14 hours. Okay, so the git will not allow to merge because it's a feature branch. It will say, bro, code mismatch is there between both. You both sit at one place, have a cup of tea, okay, and sort out the things and let me know, then I will declare whether it will merge or not. So whether he need to remove Rohit sleeps 14 hours, or whether I need to remove Rohit walks 5 kilometers, or whether I need to keep both the changes. Both the changes means I need to keep these both the changes over here like this. So then only it will work. If not, it throws merge conflict. I hope you understood something about this branches and all. And let us go and perform in practical. Okay, let me go to the file. Okay, first of all, if you want to create a branch, first of all you need to know in which branch you are. If you want to know in which branch you are, you need to, okay, first of all what you need to do, you need, if you want to know in which branch you are, simply type git status. Git status, it will simply say that you are on the master branch. Means you're only having the master branch, you don't have any feature branches. Okay, from now I have made one decision that do not want to develop anything in the master branch. I will develop anything in feature branch. If my code is okay, then only I'll merge it in the master branch. Okay, for that what I'll do, first of all, if I need to create a master branch, simply see, I say feature branch, I need to say get, okay, and this is your, first of all, if you need to create a feature branch, first of all you should be there in the master branch, then only you can create a feature branch. Sitting in feature branch, you can't create any other feature branches and all. First rule, if you should be there in master branch to create the feature branch. Okay, how you need to check? Okay, this is one more, git status is there, that on master branch nothing to do, this is status. But if you need to know on which branch you are sitting currently, at that time you need to first of all switch to master. If you write something called as git switch to master, it will show that already you are there on the master branch. This is a good sign, first of all. Or you can write one more command. Instead of using switch master, you can write one more command, switch, not switch, checkout to master. These both commands are same. Okay, a bit functionality will be different, but both are same. Okay, I'm there in the master branch. Now I want to create my feature branch. If I want to create a feature branch, simply, so for that also there are two kinds of things are there. One I can do from switch, the other I can do from checkout. First of all, I'll do from switch. Simply type get switch. Where I need to switch? I don't have any branch. So for that, minus C, which is create. What I'm creating branch name I need to give. So let us give Rohit underscore feature underscore one. Okay, I'm Rohit. I'm working in this. I will create my own workspace in feature, and within the workspace, I'll develop whatever I want. Enter. Rohit one, switch to one thing. So if I want to view the status, simply type git status. See, you will get to know I am currently there on feature branch of Rohit. From here, I can't create anything. Okay, now let me first of all switch to master branch and create one more master feature branch with another command. Okay, if I want to create one more feature branch, first of all, as I told, I should sit in master branch. For that, what I need to do, I need to first check out to master branch. Then I need to type get. Now I need to type checkout. From checkout also I can create the feature branch. Minus B means which branch. What is a branch name? Rohit underscore feature underscore FATORE underscore 2. Yeah. Click on enter. What it is showing? Switch to a new branch. Okay. Now, how many branches are there? If you need to know, simply type get status in which branch you are there currently. I am there in my Rohit feature branch 2. Okay. First of all, let me do some changes in my Rohit feature branch 1. If I want to switch over there, what I need to type? Click get, or let me clear the screen for you. If I need to, so currently get status. Okay, let me increase this one. Yeah, so I'm there in feature branch 2. Now I want to jump to feature branch Rohit feature 1. What I can do, simply I need to type get switch Rohit underscore FATURE feature underscore 1. So now I got switched to Rohit feature. Okay. Now just type git branch. See how many branches are there. One master branch is there. Two feature branches are there. One master branch is there. Two feature branches are there. Okay. Now this is my feature branch, and as I told, what are the changes that I have done previously? That Rohit is a good boy and he sleeps early in the morning, all these things. All the ancestors or all the ancestor commits that I have done, all the code will be inherited to me and that code will be visible to over here. Okay. Now what I have done, see, I have done something called as one more thing. What? He walks 14 kilometers daily. If I write like this and saved it, okay. So it was there under modified state. Okay. If I want to, what we call it as save these changes in on top of my feature branch, what I need to do? I need to do git add dot, and I need to do git, what is the other thing? Commit minus m, and here what I need to type, commit something called as 7, or commit Rohit Rohit feature 1. That's it. So the changes got committed. But see, if I switch to my master branch, or if I switch to my Rohit feature 2, you won't see the line that I have wrote over here, or you won't see the code that I have wrote over here. What was that code? Simply type switch git switch, switch switch to, let me switch to master. Master means main branch. See, this line has gone completely. Okay. Okay, let me check whether this is there in my Rohit feature too. Rohit FATU or Rohit feature too. Okay, okay. Switch. I forgot to write switch. See, I jumped to Rohit feature too, but see, here also it's not there, which means I have done commits on top of my thing, but I didn't do any merge. Okay. And currently I'm sitting in which branch? Clear, clear. Let me type git branch. Okay. You can see I'm sitting in the Rohit feature branch too. In Rohit feature branch, I'll create a new file. Okay. I'll create a new file, which is rohit.txt. Something I'll write like this. Okay. Now, here I will write something called as, uh, he is working in TCS and and goes to office daily. Okay, and okay, till here it is fine. If I wrote like this, okay, but it is showing that u, why? Because why u, why not m? Why? Because it is a new file which got untracked to my repository. Now to track it, I need to do add, I need to do commit git commit minus m, uh, commit of Rohit feature 2, enter. Okay, so this got committed, happily done. Now let us go and check the graph. See what you can see over here in the graph. You can see that, see, one this is my main thing, and you can see one Rohit feature 1 is pink color, and one more is there, Rohit feature 2 is there, which he has committed just now. Okay, you can see one pink color which is coming over here. This is Rohit feature 1. And why Rohit feature is true on top of it? Because it tracks with respect to time. Because I have done commit on top of my Rohit feature branch 2 with respect to this 3:34 a.m. morning, like that. Okay, makes sense. Now, and you can see the header is sitting over here. It's not the exact header. Why? Because if you have done the header, it will show H or something like this. But because these two are sitting on top of your normal branches only. Okay, now let me create one more branch. Okay, let me create one more branch because you will get to understand clearly. Let me go on top of this one. Clear. Uh, Let me create. Okay, let me switch to the Rohit. This one only. Okay, get switch to Rohit underscore feature underscore one. I have switched to the over there. When I switched over there, let me go to my files, and within my files, let me take this personal file. Okay, 14 kilometers daily, and let me create one more file, which is Sunil Sunil.txt. Okay, Sunil.txt, and I have wrote something over here like this. Sunil, some code. Okay, fine. This what I'll do, get add. Okay, get what I can say, commit minus m, and I will write commit something called as 6, I think so, to Sunil. Okay, I will write like this. Now let me go to my graph. See what you can see over here. There is one feature branch which is pink color that got over here, and now my feature one branch is there on top of my thing with respect to time Sunil commit. But these two commits are not been what we call it as executed. You can see from this master, and master is there at what place over here, because these two has created their own branches, but they didn't commit it in the master. So that's why master has left it over here, because he is not doing anything, and he is just his children are doing over here, and this is not included in the header. And you can see this is also, we have just now you have committed this one. Okay, now what should we need to do to merge this branch in my main branch? Merging means what? This one over there. So let me, what I need to do, I need to switch to feature branch 2. Okay, but when you need to do merging, you need to sit in the master branch for sure. Okay, so for that you need to do switch master. Then what you need to do, you need to do merge. What is this one? Get merge. Which branch you want to merge? Rohit underscore feature underscore 2. So this branch has been merged. Okay, now let me merge the Rohit one also. Okay, waiting for your editor. Okay, sometimes it will be like this only. Commit bank necessary. Okay, message. Okay, see, sometimes it is asking to write the message like why I want to match. So this is something called as necessary. Okay, to merge the changes. That's something. That's it. Okay, what is this one? Close. When you close this one, see immediately this got merged. Sometimes it will ask when you are merging your feature branches and your these things, it will ask, okay, to write the messages and all. Better to write message, because when you are merging the branch, better to write the message. I haven't wrote message. Sometimes it will ask, uh, because you need to write merge Rohit underscore feature underscore one, and you need to write message that I am merging, like that. Okay, if you wrote like this it will not ask. Okay, now let me go to, you can see one more thing, merge made by ORT strategy personal, this one 162 Sunil txt, because there is two files as changed, so it was merged. Now let me go to my get graph again, or you can refresh it simply. When you refresh it, what you can see, it got merged to my main branch where it got started. This feature one is pink color right now, feature 2 is blue color, feature Rohit, feature 1 is Sunil, which got started over here like this, and here I have done the merge, so it got merged over here. But what is this master branch? Now, before master branch is there over here, but when you have done made merge from the master branch, now the master branch will sit on top of your feature branches, which is there over here. And once everyone the development is completed, because the development will be there in this one, let me see, let me go and check in my master branch whether I could able to see the files or not. See, now currently I'm there in which branch? Clear. Get what is that one? Get branch, enter. Currently I'm there in the master branch. See, I can see personal txt, this was done by Rohit feature 1. Okay, Rohit txt, this was done by Rohit feature 2, and this was done by Rohit feature 1. All the things I could able to see in my master branch. Okay, simply. Now, oh, now what I can do? Now what I can do? Okay, now, uh, now I have whatever the done is there. See, feature branches, my work is done with feature branches, and I have merged the code to the master, so I do not need feature branches. So if you want to delete the feature branches, you need to type get branch minus D. Okay, D means delete. And you need to give the branch name. Okay, FEAT your feature one deleted. If you do 2, that one is also got deleted. If you give the get branch, you can see only one master branch is there. Okay, if you go to graph and check, see, where is my graph? See, it will show that there is one feature branch is there that you have taken over there, but these branches were actually being deleted right now. Okay, it's not there. Now after deleting, okay, you have deleted this one. Now there is something we need to discuss about what are merge conflicts. Okay, merge conflicts, it is also a quite important thing. Merge conflicts is like, let me show you, let me create two branches. Okay, uh, how I can create a branch? Create, sorry, get switch minus C. Let me create again same branches I'll give. This time I'll create something called as Ratnam. Okay, Ratnam 1, enter, and Ratnam 2, enter. So now let us discuss about some merge conflicts. Okay, how merge conflicts will come and how we need to sort out those merge conflicts. Okay, first of all, let us check first of all in which branch I am there. Okay, get branch, I am there in the feature branch. Okay, let me check what is there in my master branch. Okay, let me switch to master, click on enter. So master branch also Rohit is good boy is there, which is under Rohit txt. Suddenly one requirement came, and the top level people, they have asked us to, our team, to change the Rohit underscore txt, whatever the context is there, right? Rohit is a good boy. and they want to add something like how many kilometers he walks daily. Okay, at that time, what the thing over here happened is my master means my tech lead has done he's doing changes in master branch. Simultaneously, Ratnam is also doing changes in the feature branch. Okay, these are the two things which are happening simultaneously. So in that case, what will happen is there will be some merge conflict will come. So first of all, I am the tech lead. So I am doing changes in the master branch. What I'll do, first of all, I will write he walks daily something called as 14 kilometers. Okay, this is what the context I have added. And after this, see, whenever you added any context, you need to save it for sure. Okay, you need to save it for sure. If you are not saving it, it will not move to modify state and it will be there under file only. And if you do commit and all this also, nothing, no use. So you need to save the file, then click on get. Now do add dot and get commit minus m and give something called as commit uh, master issue. Something I'll write like that. Click on enter. Okay, this got committed to master. Okay, fine. Now our future branch is there. Who is Ratnam, right? Okay, okay. I have committed to master now. I think for Ratnam also it will show the 14 kilometers only. Okay, so no. What I'll do, I'll do some more changes. Okay. Before doing these changes, what I'll do, see, I'll go to Ratnam. Okay. I'll switch to Ratnam underscore one. Okay, I switched over there. So get branch. I need to branch. I'm there at Ratnam. Okay. For Ratnam, what it is showing for Rohit TXT, he working in TCS, goes to office, he wakes up early in the morning. Because Ratnam previously he had saved the file, he just committed the file, that's it. Okay. And he wrote one more thing. He walks something called as 20 kilometers, and both the if you see the master code and as well as this code, both are completely different. Okay, see, if I switch to master. Okay, see what is the code. Okay, okay, it is written. Oh, just a second, Ratnam, and let me what we call it as save this file. Okay, let me save this file and let me do get add dot get commit commit minus m merge feature fix. Okay, fine. Now let me switch to master. What master is having? My master is having Rohit is a good boy. He walks 14 kilometers. Okay. If I switch to Ratnam, if I switch to Ratnam, completely opposite code. But in my master, I have committed it, which means the code has been there on top of my master branch, right? Now, but if for suppose if Ratnam over here, he has some code over here, he committed on top of his feature branch, but now if he wants to merge with this particular master branch, see what will happen. Okay, now first of all, to merge I need to go to master branch and then I need to give guest switch, not switch. I need to do merge. Which one I need to merge? Ratnam underscore one, and I need to write the comment like something called as merge. Definitely merge conflict. Okay, click on enter. Now see, Whenever I do this one, immediately I got something called as auto merging conflict. What is that? Conflict, merge conflict. And what it is telling, see, this is there when my head means in my master branch. Rohit is a good boy. He walks 14 kilometers daily, but what you're doing, he's working in, this is my incoming, which means in Ratnam. What is told, he is working in TCS and go to office daily. So both the codes are conflicting. Now the simply it will say, bro, both the codes you sit aside and fixed which one you want, which one you do not want. If you give the accept current change, whatever your tech lead had done on top of your master branch, that will be there. And if you give the accept incoming chain, if you know that whatever the code that I have write in the future branch Ratnam, like whatever the code I have write in the future branch, that is right, so he can keep that one. But if he want to keep both, that also you can do. Okay, personally better to go to resolve in merge editor. See, this will be there in both the ends. Okay, and it will compare that how many words are not working over there, like that. Okay, if you just give accept incoming, incoming means what, like whatever the Ratnam has done, current means which is already been done. Okay, now simply go to accept current. If you give accept current, Ratnam told that, boss, I do not want to take headaches and all. Okay, whatever tech lead had done, let him bear. Just accept the current one, click on complete merge. Okay, once you click on complete merge, now try to give the same command. Now what it has told, you have not concluded your merge. Okay, merge had exist, please complete your changes of your merge. Okay, what I need to do then, simply click on this continue, save all the commits. Okay, now click on this option. Now it will show that already up to date, all the merge conflicts has gone. And now if you have gone to your what we call it as master branch. Okay, get get switch to master. Simply I'm the already there in master. So if I go to files, if I go to my Rohit txt file, you can see that whatever the thing that lead had wrote, only that thing will be there. This is what we can say merge conflicts. But see boss, this is very small code. Okay, but whenever we write code in notebooks, whenever we write code in ADFs and all, so at that time, some, see, that's why mostly uh, in while working in ADF, Azure Data Factory, each pipeline will be given to one person. Okay, it's not like not for one person. They will do in groups, but they will split their task because they will not work on the same module. If suppose if some person is working on top of some filter and all these things and all, so they will not work on top of that one. And ADF pipelines will be given to one person, one pipeline will be given to one person, so he will do in feature branch and he can do merge without any conflicts. So this is what the concept of merge conflicting and all. Okay, now we have learned about how to do time traveling. Yeah, time traveling also we can do. Now let us go to graph. See, previously I have done a lot of shit in this. See, you can see so many things over here. So I have done so many comments. See, these many comments I have done. It keeps on updating my progress. Okay, whatever the progress and all. If I go back to some any other commit, easily I can go. If I go back to my commit 10, okay, happily I can go. See, just switch over here, switch to this particular editor. Okay, where is your terminal? Yeah, below. Simply what? First of all, give ref log. All the logs came till now. Whatever the, see, whenever you are getting this thing, simply click on Q. That's it. Okay. Now, if I want to see, these are the shit that I have done. If I want to, before Ratnam, this Ratnam has done lot of shit. Okay. he didn't performed well and he wrote the changes, committed, checkout here, there, merge fix, bug fix, everything he has done. Because of this code he has wrote, it caused lot of issues. Okay. Now finally manager told Rohit, you do one thing. Okay. See, there are so many are there. Okay. It is showing only few. So he told that uh, he has done some commit on 9. Okay, sorry, go to 9 simply. Okay, 9. What I'll do immediately, see, as there are two kinds of things are there. The before one I have told. What is that one? Get reset minus minus hard. Okay, HEAD, this one 1. If I give 1, it goes over there. It means head means, if you know the head count clearly, that to which head count do I need to go, so you can mention that one. Okay, if you don't know head count, simply hardly after hard, if you want to check out to this 9, so this is the commit ID that was given. Copy that ID, paste it over here, click on enter. See, so many things got changed, so many files also gone, that whatever the thing that Ratnam has done. Okay, and if you want to, for suppose if I give, you can see like all the before things has gone, and whatever this moving to master and this is there, that is there will be treated as a head 0. Okay, now this is the even the passwords, this was also created by that guy only. Remove. So many things will go, it will not work at all. Okay, now this time travel I have done. Let me go over here. Okay, see, again you can see this is my master branch. It splits over here. Ratnam 1, why? Because this is a shit that he has creating. I'm leaving that guy and I'm moving with a separate branch. That's it. Okay, this is what all about the things. Okay, now let us discuss about the GitHub. Okay, GitHub is very important to know. And in between there is one more concept is there, what that is cherry picking. Okay, cherry picking is also very important. So let us cover that concept, and we'll go to GitHub directly. And once GitHub is done, yeah, you are fine with Git. You can do anything. Okay, you can in even in Azure DevOps also you can play with those things. Okay, now clear the things. What is cherry picking? Cherry picking means, see, uh, as this user has done some changes over here. He haven't merged it. Okay, he haven't merged anything. Remove this one for some time, and after that he has done one more change. Okay, he has done one more change. So this is a change 1, commit 1, commit 2, commit 3. For suppose if I go to master branch and if I apply merge, all the 3 will go and commit, right? But cherry picking means, for suppose this 2 and 3 are there in under development. Okay, it should not go to master because then it will create so many conflicts. You want to just pick the one, which means that one urgent requirement came, you have modified one file, and that file only you need to push. But unfortunately, you have taken in the one feature branch only. So then at that time, what you will do? You will do cherry picking. Cherry picking means what? You are picking cherry on top of something. That's it. You are not picking entire thing. You are just picking one cherry. You are not picking all the changes. Okay. So let us do fastly. That one, like, let me check in which branch I am. Okay. I'm there in this one. So let me go to Ratnam. Switch to Ratnam underscore 1. Okay. Now this rohit.txt is there. Okay. uh, Within this Ratnam folder. Okay, now uh, in this folder, okay, I haven't let me take something called as this daily. Okay, and something I'll write 20 kilometers past. Okay, I'll write something. Now what I'll do, now I'll save this file. Okay, this is a one file. Commit. Okay, commit or I won't do anything in this. Why? Because uh, no. Okay, let it commit. Okay, let me do add dot git add dot get commit minus m cherry something called as cherry pick something I'll write like this. Okay, committed. Now I'll do some changes in the Sunil file. Okay, what are the changes that I'll do? I'll write some code like this. Okay, two code, and this I will also first of all I need to save this file. Then I need to type git add git commit minus m uh, real cherry pick real cherry. I have wrote like this two files. So how many commits I have done? I have done two commits. See, if you go over here and check also, see this Ratnam has done two. The Ratnam one has done two commits. Okay, in between. After behind the mark, this one it has done two commits. Okay, but now I need to merge. Okay, but I should not merge both the things because even this Rohit file is there under construction. Okay, it's not completely done. Sunil file is completed. It's some password I want to give urgently, so I need to do some cherry pick. So at that time, if I need to do what we call it as a cherry pick, first of all, I need to first of all switch to master branch, where I need to switch to master branch. Yeah, first of all, switch to master branch. Once you are there in the C, merging can be done from the master branch only. Then you need to write something called as cherry pick. Okay. And before that, you need to give the ID. Okay. To which ID you want to pick. Okay. Now, to get the ID, what you need to do? Reflog. You will get all the reflog. So you want to get the real cherry pick because before that you can see normal cherry pick is there. This is what this is my this one Rohit TXT. Real cherry pick is the Sunil one that I have wrote one password, right? See, which is not there in my master. Now I want to only pick this one, so I need to pick this ID. Okay, Q. Now once I have done this one, what I need to do? I need to write get, and I need to write a what cherry pick, and I need to give the ID. Just click on enter. In that case, only Sunil file only been taken. If you go to Rohit TXT, it is like that only. See, first of all, I didn't save that file over there, and that's why it is looking like that. Okay. If I save this file, see, it is shown that to save the rohit.txt, the content is been done like that. Okay. Let me do overwrite. That's it. Okay, see this one nothing has came. Why? Because while I have done my own error. Why? Because while I'm modifying this file in the that particular Ratnam one, which is my feature branch, I didn't save the file and do git. That is what the major problem. Without saving the file, if I do git add and all, it is waste. Okay, now do git add, git commit minus m cherry pick. Okay, now let me go to the this one and check the things. See like how happened right now. Let me refresh. Okay, see what happened. See from the Ratnam one. Okay, this is master one which is there. which has only picked cherry picking, only real cherry pick, only one it has picked up. So that's why you can see one pop-up is there over here. It didn't pick the entire branch, but it merged the entire thing. It will show a curve like this, but it no, don't done like that. So what it will do, it will go like this. Just it has taken only one, what we call it as commit out of it, and that commit it has merged into my master branch. So this is what about the general Git. So till now, till now, we have stored in everything in our local repository. Local repository means this changes, everything is going in the sample. This is a working directory, but there are two working directories are there. Now we will work with the remote repository, means we will upload our files, we will save our files in a remote repository. Remote repository means what? Remote repository means GitHub. Simply create one account for your GitHub. Nothing, it's very simple. Just what we call it as type GitHub. See, if I go to my some other thing who don't have GitHub account, simply go and type GitHub account. That's it. Account creation. Simply sign in for GitHub and just continue with your Google. If you want to give your email and all, you can provide. See, simply continue. That's it. So it will ask that username from here. See, let me give Rohit underscore user. Okay. 497. Okay, something called as Rohit 403498. Okay, super. So okay, simply you need to create the account like that. That how I have shown. You need to fill all the things. Some puzzles will be there. You need to solve. You will enter to this page dashboard like this. Okay, so first of all, what you need to do, you need to create a repository for you. Okay, let me create one new repository. See, this is your GitHub, where what you will do, you will make your code changes or anything, or you will store. It's like a cloud storage. Okay, cloud storage or a remote repository where my Git and as well as my GitHub will go hand in hand. I'll push the things or code from Git, because within GitHub also Git is there. Okay, you can operate everything. Okay, now let me first of all create. Already I'm having some repositories. Okay, let me create one new repository. Okay, okay, now just click on the new repository. It will ask what is a repository you want to give. My repository name is something called as Rohit, not Rohit. This time I'll take Ratnam. Okay, Ratnam repository. Nothing. So it should be choose public. Why public? See, why GitHub I'm creating? Because whatever the code that I push to my GitHub, so that all my team members can interact and view whatever the changes and whatever the commits that I have done. Okay, in my Visual Studio, it's my personal. Okay, I whatever the things only I need to see. Even if I create some what we call as feature branches or anything, even at the end of the day I need to see. But if public want to watch anything, if anything, if I upload anything, so if they can come and they can able to take the files and they can able to view my code and they can able to build any new code on top of my code. Okay, it could be anything. Okay, so that's why I'm keeping it public. Or if it is private, only some certain amount of isolated people will be there. Okay, just click create repository. Okay, now once you create repository, I think you are aware of this. Read about this one, you will get to know soon. Okay, what is this one? Echo. This is one file that was create repository Ratnam folder dash dash readme.md. Why readme.md? Because initially master branch need to take some dummy things to create the branch. That's it. Okay, initialization done, and it has added the readme file. If I see, if I want to add a specific file, instead of putting git add dot, I need to give the file name. That's it. If I give file name, only that file will be kept over there. Okay, then git commit. So commit it has given. So these are what it has done. So now it has went to main branch, and as well as it, now you will get to know what it is. Okay, now you can see something called as pull request, issues, actions, projects, and whatever the all the things. Okay. So within this repository, so if I go to code, this is my code, right? Now, what I will do from my VS Code, I will upload one file. Okay, what is that file? It could be any file. Okay, now what we can say, yeah, I'll upload this rohit.txt and sunil.txt to my GitHub repository so that all my teammates come and collaborate and they can have it. Okay, this is public, so everyone is having access, so they can do. Okay, to do that one, what I need to do over here, first of all, here I need to go to VS Code. What I need to do, first of all, I need to be there in master. Okay, just get, uh, I can just directly check out to master also, switch that everyone knows. Okay, switch master on it. I'm already there in master. Now, I need to make one remote connection. Okay, what was that? I need to make one remote connection to my GitHub repository. I have already configured my username and password in the beginning stage only with the email ID, and that email ID only I have used over here. Second thing, now what I'll do, get, I need to first of all connect to the remote repository. So I need to write remote. Then I need to add, what I need to add, I need to, this is an origin. Okay, this is one origin. In this origin, what is that origin? ORGIN, origin. And now I need to give the link, this link, or I can give this link happily. Take this link, put it over here, click on enter. So my VS Code or my Git, which is there in my VS Code, has connected to my GitHub repository. Why I'm telling this? Why? Because when we encrypt the file, we will push the file from this VS Code only to there. Okay, I have connected. Now what I need to do, I need to push my files. Okay. First of all, what I need to push, I need to push my master branch. Okay, I can't push only single files and all. Okay. If I need to push, I need to push entire master branch completely. So in entire master branch, how many files are there? All the files will go. Okay. Now let me do get, and after that what I'll do, push. Okay, minus u, I need to push the files. Okay, to where, to the origin of, to the origin of which one I need to, which thing I need to push. First of all, I need to push the master. Okay, origin does not appear to be a GitHub repository, fatal. Okay, anything error I have done? Now I need to push the files. Okay, origin, I got some errors before. Yeah, enter. So you can see all the files which are there from here got pushed to the GitHub. Okay, go to GitHub and just refresh your screen. You can see that whatever the things Rohit, Sunil are there, they got mastered over here. So now this will control, and this is a file section where your team members can come and they can take the files. And now you will understand what is a pull request. Okay, now in VS Code, what I will do, first of all, let me clear the screen and let me get a switch to this, what is this one, this feature branch. Okay, now I'm there in feature branch. Okay, let me check its status. What is the status? Yeah, I'm there in feature branch. Yeah, so now what I will do, uh, I will create one new file. Okay, I will create one new file. What is that new file? New file is Rohit uh, GitHub. Okay, I'm creating like this .txt file only. This is, yeah, yeah, fine. So in this file I am writing something. Okay, and I'm saving this control s so that it is this one. Okay, now get, Get, now I am not pushing to my local. I have already GitHub account, so I will push it to the GitHub account over there. Okay, I won't merge it over here. Okay, now what I'll do, add dot, okay, git commit minus m GitHub. I'll write something GitHub. Yeah, merged. See, not merged, committed. Now here, now my master branch is there in my here, even my master branch is there over here, but I have pushed my master branch from my local git to my remote repository. Now this is my repository. Now what I will do, first of all, I need to push my feature branch to this particular master, to my GitHub. So to push, what I need to do, git push, okay, minus u. Okay, then what I need to do, get pushed minus u, then minus u or u, yeah, minus u. Then I need to type origin. Then what I need to type, then what I need to type the what is a feature, what is a branch name. So branch name is ratnam underscore one. Okay, simply click on s. So this branch of ratnam also been also pushed to this particular url. Okay, now what I need to check, when I came over here, you can see something called as pull request. Pull request means nothing. See, if you will merge now, if you are there in local repository, what you will do? You will simply apply merge, right? If you are there in your local repository, where it is there, where it is. If you are there in a local repository, you simply apply merge. You go to master branch and you go to merge. But you are there in report repository where your master branch is lying. So you have pushed this to over here, and you need to raise one pull request. Pull request means what? It just like as like uh, we are asking master branch to review our code, to not have merge conflicts. Why? Because see, uh, if anyone can come to master branch and they can merge the code means, then where is the security? There are so many merge conflicts will come. Okay, so simply the developers will write the code in the feature branch. That's it. The senior developers will be there, the seniors will be there, they will review your code. So you need to raise one pull request to them. What pull request? You are asking to pull your feature branch to the master branch. Why? That's an approval. That's it. So at that process, what they will do, they will compare your code. So that's why it is asking. Ratnam had one recent pushes 3 seconds. So if you want to do pull request, you can do. Yeah, now I am the manager or the senior developer. I'll come over here. I'll check what is a title, and so it can't automatically merge. And you need to see what it is telling. Like I'm merging. This is a base to come to this particular this one. It should not be both same. If it is both Ratnam 1, then it's what you are merging feature branch into feature branch. No. So now what it is saying can't automatically merge. Okay, now what you want to say, that you will review your code, you will take your Ratnam things and all. So this is a merge fix and red real cherry, that what everything that he has done. So these are the codes that he has wrote over here. So you will check, okay, these are the things under Rohit 3xt, he wrote like this, he wrote like this, he wrote like this. Aha, okay, okay. Now what you need to do, okay, his everything is okay. You what you will do, yeah, everything, I will simply write approved. That's it, and click on create pull request. Simply it will approve, and it will whatever the things that Ratnam has done, so it will create this one. Okay, and what it has done, it has shown something called as this branch has merge conflicts to be resolved. Why? Because Ratnam has touched that particular rohit.txt and done some changes over there, which is already there in the master branch. Okay, now you simply click on resolve conflicts. See, this is what happened. Okay, this is what happened. So this is a Ratnam. He has done 20 kilometers past. Only one passed. That's it. He has wrote. So he need to accept one. What he need to accept? Whether he need to accept the current change. Current change means all which is there in my master, or whether he need to accept the incoming change. Incoming change Ratnam. Whether he need to keep both. But it's not like how many times he'll keep. He's working in TCS 20 kilometers past. Okay, but 20 kilometers past is not that much English worthy. Okay, so let us keep accept current change. Okay, so once this is been done, okay, mark as resolved. It was resolved. Now commit merge. Now it takes to another page. Now it starts merging your code. No conflicts with the base branch. Now merge the pull request. Now it will check it has verified everything. So that is what the main advantage of pull request. When you raise the pull request, the GitHub will come. The GitHub, whatever the master branch which is there in the GitHub, it will verify with your feature branch. Boss, there are so many errors are there. Go and fix and come. That's it. Now you need to click on. Now, yeah, commit message, what you can write like conflict fixed. Okay, now click on confirm message. That's it. See, pull request has done successfully. Pull request and merged. It was merged. You can see it is merged. Okay, so how many commits have done? 5 commits I have done till here. Now just go to your code. You can see that Rohit github.txt, which was created just now by Rohit, that was is also there. Open this folder. See, this is how, see, simple, nothing more. Just here I have wrote something as my own, but in place of these things, you will write your code, Python code, or you can write your what we call it as ADF code, Azure Data Factory code, anything. Simply you will write in Git, you will push it to this GitHub and you will do the things and all. So many people will use GitHub, but because it's open source, it's free actually. Yeah, so anyone can use it. Now, second thing, when comes to the part of the other, what uh, Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps also consists of Git, but it is mainly meant for CI/CD pipeline. It is much powerful than this. Okay, so I hope everyone understood about the Git concept. If you understood the Git, the pipeline is very easy to build for you because pipeline building is not that much difficult, but how you will move the pipeline to DevOps is difficult. Now what you will do in ADF, you will create a feature branch and you will build the pipeline, and that pipeline you will what we call it as push it to the DevOps, which is Azure DevOps, and you will check with your master branch to the this one. You'll check any conflicts are there, no conflicts are there. Raise one pull request. Before you need to raise a pull request. After raising the pull request, the approver will check, your senior, that is you only, who you will check, and whether any conflicts are there, no conflicts are there, next to the main branch. That's it. This is what get. That's it. Okay. So we'll continue the pipeline. Okay, we'll continue the pipeline. Extraction part. Okay, now it is easy. Just I want to explain very in-depth knowledge of the Git, and that was done. Okay, so we'll continue the pipeline in the further class. Okay, already it's almost all 3.5 hours has been done. So by next class only we'll start with pipeline building directly. Okay, encryption part, everything is very simple. It's just a matter of 10 minutes time. Okay, now uh, just I'm showing you the commands. Just if you want, you can write. So get version, just one small quick revision. Get version to check your Git what is a version. Config of your username and user email, and as well as Git, because to configuration your email. So my main suggestion is first create your GitHub account. Okay, first create your GitHub account. And one more thing, boss, I want to say one more thing. Like, if I lastly, sorry, now if I first suppose I have created this Rohit github.txt, okay, which is there in remote repository master branch, right? For suppose if I switch here master branch, see, now I have switched, but you can't see that file. Why? Because within this repository it is not there. You can see it is showing one tick mark. But if you want to extract that one, what you need to do? You need to do git pull. You need to do pull. Okay, origin of master. If you type that one, then you can see this file which got exported from your GitHub to your this local repositories. Understood? Why we use GitHub? Because it's a central what we call it as cloud storage or central validator, or where the place all the people will interact. You can call whatever you want. Okay, so that is what the thing. If you write get fetch, see, it fetches everything from the Ratnam one and all the things. Yeah, these are some of the things. Okay, and if you want to see whether your branch got connected to remote or remote directory or not, see, these are the three things which got connected to remote directory: your master, your Ratnam, and as well as your master is there obviously as a head over there. Okay, now let me just lastly show you all the comments. If you want commands, if you want, you can write get init, get branch, get status. See, get and as well as some Python concepts, not some, just light slightly. Okay, in next directly next the project video only. Okay, directly a few Python concepts only, then project will go in very fastly. Okay, it's very fast and easy. You will understand everything. But if you won't understand Git, if I directly take you to the project, na, simply you will blame me like anything like Rohit, what you have taught like that. So that's why I have make you sure and Git. Okay. Now this is Git branch, Git status, Git add dot this one. And if you want to add only file, okay, you can add get add simply you need to add the file name. That's it. If you add one file, that only file will get added. So this is log online, get ignore, environment variables, next Python concept only, dot get keep, dot readme dot md. Okay, get switch master, get checkout master, checkout master, both are same, switching other things. This is origin push. If you want to push your files to origin and all like that. And one more thing, this is one more important thing, like if you want to delete your feature branch which is there in your remote branch means which is there in your over here, you can do from VS Code only, get push origin minus minus delete. That's it, your feature branch name. Okay, now check out this one, git switch minus c feature branch, get merge, you are merging. So remote, so these are all the commands. If you want, I'll slowly go down, you can note it down. Reflog, this one, def means difference only. Stash, it's not required actually, or because in while learning ADF at that time I'll let you know. Okay, but that is not that much important. Okay, now get this branch minus d to delete the feature branch, and get branch minus d. There are two things. If the particular branch is not merged, then you can delete like this directly, capital D. If the branch is merged, you can delete like this. So that's all for today's Git concept. I hope you are clear with the Git and GitHub concept. Okay, so now what we are going to do in the next video, we are going to encrypt the file, which will take hardly 5 minutes, and just we will push the file to the ADF, and by using the DevOps, Azure DevOps, and from there we are going to push to data lake. Okay, this is what the main things that we are going to do. And one more thing, no one will push the files from GitHub to my things. Okay, in companies they will have servers, we will have servers, on-prem servers. From that servers we use PyScript, and that will automatically push to data lake. From data lake our ADF operation will start. Okay, even this encrypting everything also will be done by us. This is what preparation of our data. This is also called as extraction also. You can say that staging or extraction, that will be taken by us. So that's why I'm telling all these things. If not, I could able directly take you from the ADF only. Okay, but staging also will be, because they will ask questions how you will do staging. You can simply say that in servers we'll get the data every day, and from that there is something called as PyScript. One script will be there to encrypt the data, and that will push to my data lake. That's it, nothing much. From data lake, ADF operations, everything will go. Okay, so we'll discuss about that. Okay, so that's all for today, and we'll continue the class again. So thank you.